Pick 'em pop, big gun Brian Petrie, giving out the lot. One is mortal, you know it won't miss. Gonna take a shot, dog lock, that's the underdog. Yeah, they in the hunt. Send them home, that's KO or submission. Yeah, somebody done. Slimeball, yeah, that's the parlay. We gon' make it known. Pick 'em pod from MMA takes. Yeah, let's get it going.
I gotta say, Big Griff kills it, and I want to do something that I meant to do the other day, so bear with me. No one's watching anyways. Everyone's in the press conference. I don't do Wednesday takes anymore. That show I did for like 6 episodes. I've been meaning to come back, but.
Oh no.
Hang on a second. Unfucking real, dude. Unreal. I gotta, golly. This is
Are we live now?
My whole board just cracked. Like, I think we're still live, but
I think we're live.
Our whole board.
We're live.
Oh yeah, yep. There's Trent. But.
Man.
Sounds
Man! I fucking have a ghost, dude. I have a tech ghost. It is absurd. So I restarted my board. Luckily, you're hearing me through my fucking laptop or whatever. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Welcome to the MMA Takes Podcast. This won't make the audio version. The audio is done. This will be exclusive video only. This is insane. This stuff right here, I won't sleep tonight. This drives me up a fucking wall. All right, let's see if we can get reconnected.
This man is very prepared each and every time we do this, by the way. So this is
I've been doing this. I've been tinkering with this stuff since 4:30 4:30 in the afternoon. Almost 4 hours before we went live. And the minute we go live, it does that. All right, so we're gotta do this again. We gotta do it again.
Hey,
where's the chat at?
pick 'em pop, big gun Brian Petrie, giving out the lot. One is mortal, you know it won't miss. Gonna take a shot, dog lock, that's the underdog. Yeah, they in the hunt. Send them home, that's KO or submission. Yeah, somebody done. Slimeball, yeah, that's the parlay. We gon' make it known. Pick 'em pod from MMA takes. Yeah, let's get it going.
Okay. Don't fuck up again, board, because I'll throw you through the fucking wall. What's up with the what's up? I got my guys with me. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Timbo Christian, first time in the year. What I was saying was Big Griff absolutely murders the intro. And I used to do a show on Wednesdays called Wednesday Takes. That's the first song he made for me. Now, a lot of the new listeners are like, Brian, you've never done a show called Wednesday Takes. You're right. It's been about a year because I'm lazy. However, I want to play the intro of Big Griff if I can without this thing spazzing out. We're a minute in. It didn't give me a minute in last time. So let me just play you Wednesday Takes real quick. Big Griff, Wednesday Takes, to get a feeling of how fucking dope this guy is.
Hey. It's Big Gun, Brian Petrie coming weekly, Wednesday takes. Not a gamble when I ramble, all my slime balls we parlay. We just stick to the money, the tickets no funny, the chalkboards get in the bag. Nothing to stage, top in the cage, needed a chin and he lay on the mat. It's Wednesday takes, making Wednesday great. You'll see in MMA, Big Gun Brian, no denying where he be and what he say. Word of my cappers, we speak facts from start to finish. What's the weight? The value boys, we showing love. CGI dub is Wednesday takes.
Woohoo! No lie, that might be better than the main intro. That was spitting fire right there. Boys. Well, can you guys hear me okay like this?
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
It just sounds like you're in a bathroom.
All right. Well, we're going to run it like this. There's going to be no audio because of this thing. I just posted this on whatchamacallit. Hold on, let me actually switch something here. on YouTube, or excuse me, on eBay, because I was thinking about getting a new one, and I was like, nah, I don't know. All right, this should sound a little bit better because this is like right in front of me.
Yeah, it's way better.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm flustered. I'm flustered. I don't know if it's my board. I don't know if it's Ecamm. I don't know what it is. All I know is I'm mad. I'm mad. My camera's all out of whack now. What the fuck is happening? All right, boys, listen. YouTube exclusive, baby. YouTube exclusive. Fucking Big Griff. Soundboard can't handle Big Griff. That is true. Big Griff has broken the soundboard twice now. That's how fucking dope that guy is. Go ahead. You guys talk about how good the card is. I'm going to try to do some headphone stuff. Go ahead.
CC, where you at? 1 out of 10 on this card.
I'd say a 7. The main card is really, I'd say from the Dern fight on, it's really good, but everything up to it's not shit. I didn't watch the last Contender Series, so I'm like, who the fuck are these guys? Like,
Who
I've
the
never even heard of.
Who the fuck are these guys?
Who the fuck? So I mean, I know who they are now, but I'm like, I don't know. You know how I feel about these Contender Series bums.
Hey, man!
So
there's a Contender Series bum on here that I love.
The Slimeball this week is Elliott, Barlow, and Ribeiro, I bet.
Nope. Hey bro, not even fucking close. Although I do pick some of those. This is killing me. This is so distracting with what's going on here. All right, I don't know what to do. I can't hear a fucking thing. All right, headphones are coming off. Might connect these bitches. See, I got tech out of the fucking wazoo. If you're watching live, you can go ahead and fucking turn this off because this is fucking pointless. This is pathetic. This is amateur hour. This is not good, boys. And I apologize.
Well, at least AOD Media is watching, like you said, is watching the press conference because this is must-see TV for me or anybody that's demanding the show.
Like, if I wasn't on camera right now live, right, I would, like, my camera's crooked for some reason. I would be putting a fucking hole in that wall so goddamn fast. Let's see. Hold on here. This is a fucking disaster, my guy. This is a disaster. All right. Oh, boy. All right, you guys talk about the first fight. Andrea Lee versus Miranda Maverick.
All right, well, Timbo, you're the champ, right?
No, I'm not. Brian is.
Oh, well, VP the
How
champ.
dare you?
I just assumed because I knew it wasn't me that had to be Timbo. Well, you can still lead it off because I believe I only got 2 right on the last pay-per-view. So
yeah,
have at it. It's
Maverick,
first up in the strawweight division. We got.
Yeah, she heard me so many times. I was expecting her to be a much bigger favorite. I believe she's like a minus 150 around that area this Saturday. Fighting Andrea Lee, who's 35, who's fought damn near everybody and hasn't fared very well against them. I'm kind of concerned this might be a trap for Maverick. We've seen her come up short before, but I mean, talent versus talent here. I think Maverick blows her away. I definitely think it's likely a decision win. Andrea Lee is tough, but give me my girl Maverick from the 757, even though she doesn't represent us. But give me Miranda Maverick here.
Yeah, you could. I think she represents the 303 now, but you can have her back. I hopped off this train a while ago. She's just not what I thought she was, and I don't think I've ever seen a fighter like coming into their prime regress. Like she looks like she's, her skill set's going from like 33 to 39 versus whatever she's like 26 to 29. She should be getting so much better, and she's just not. Her wrestling I've started to see is overrated. I mean, the way Jasmine just handled her was just not impressive at all. Anytime she's ever looked really good, it's been against like the Priscilla Cachoeiras of the world, just the bottom of the barrel. I mean, Priscilla Cachoeira she's probably the worst grappler in the 115 division. So, look, I know Lee's old and she's looked, got kind of smoked in her last 3 fights. But the closest one that I think this fight looks like is that Viviane Araujo fight. And Leah did almost finish her early. I don't think Maverick's got anything what Araujo's got. So if she's that close to finishing, I'm going to take a shot on Leah. I mean, Maverick always shits the bed as a favorite. She's coming up to minus 200. So give me Lee.
Andrew Lee has fought everybody. Can you guys hear me okay now?
You sound good.
All right.
Perfect.
Andrew Lee has fought everyone in the division, and that should give her some kind of street cred, but it doesn't in my book. She stinks. She can't stop a fucking takedown. She can't get off her back. She's durable. She's tough. Sure. But that's about it. Miranda Maverick, though, I had high hopes for Miranda Maverick. She's kind of fallen off a little bit. I think she's getting better. She's still trying to find out what kind of fighter she is. And so I like Miranda Maverick here. The number's a little high. And your boy knows chicks. But I don't know if I know chicks enough to put any kind of scratch on this fight. I'm going to go Miranda Maverick here, but I'm not confident whatsoever. All right, next up, we got Val Woodburn, plus 250 versus Oban Elliott, minus 310. These are lines I got yesterday. Oban Elliott is a guy that everyone's sucking his dick a little bit. I don't think he looked great on the Contender Series. He's this Welsh Irishman. That part of the world really rallies behind their fighters. I think he's very average here. This is a huge line on Val Woodburn. We only saw Val Woodburn for like less than a minute get absolutely starched by my boy Bo Nickel. Quick. And I just think that that Oban Elliott is this is a weird fight. I can see some real value in Val Woodburn. He is a powerful guy. Cardio, a little questionable. He's going down in weight for this one. Oban Elliott's just a durable, scratchy dude who likes to take a decision, and he wins those kind of fights. I'm going to go Oban Elliott. I don't love it. It's not, again, something I love. There's early fights I don't love, but I'm going to go Oban Elliott. Let's kick it to Timbo.
Yeah, he took that fight against Bo Nickel on late notice, I'm assuming. That couldn't have been a playing fight for very long, just considering who Val Woodburn is. To his credit, we didn't get to see much of him, and I think he definitely got surprised by Bo Nickel coming out. Bowl of spaghetti fight for me. I'll take Woodburn here. I think he's got power. I think he came out looking pretty. Again, I can't judge him off the performance against Nichols. So at this kind of dog money against a guy who's got a majority decision from a Contender Series fight, give me Woodburn.
Nice, I love it. Christian, what do you got, bub?
Is Woodburn the one that Bo Nickel kneed in the nuts, or was that Jamie Pickett?
That was Jamie Pickett.
Okay, I was trying to remember which fight that was. So yeah, Elliott is the new Contender Series guy, so bad. Elliott looked bad on the Contender Series too. Didn't he win by a split decision that he maybe even shouldn't have won?
It was a sloppy fight for sure.
Yeah, this is a Cage Warriors and Contender Series guy and a British guy, and he's a minus 300 favorite. How do those guys do? The Sam Pattersons or whatever getting knocked out by that little Jewish guy.
Right.
So I don't think this fight's too much different from that. I mean, give me Val Woodburn. He's got power. Elliott seems to have no defense. He doesn't mind getting hit, but if a guy that's all bricked up like Woodburn, it probably will close at plus 300. Yeah, give me some of that.
Nice. I rarely say this when I do the podcast with you guys, but I'm severely regretting my pick on that one. I kind of phoned it in. I'm still a little distracted. I'm still trying to get locked in. I'm not going to switch because I'm a little bitch, but I'm still trying to get locked in. I'm going to ride with Elliott, but I like your guys' breakdowns way better. Next fight I'm excited about. Josh Quinlan, plus 160 versus Danny Barlow, minus 192. I'm so excited I'm going to kick it off. Danny Barlow sounds like an underground indie rap name, right? Like a rapper that no one's really heard about, but if you hear the hardcore fans talk about him, he's the best out there. You got to see this guy, right? That's what he reminds me of. And he's a very good fighter. He's tall, he's long, He doesn't have the cleanest technique. He has a devastating left hand. Has a lot of knockout power. Still a lot of question marks on the ground with him. I think his cardio checks out. And Quinlan's coming off a loss over Trey Waters, who is just as tall as, or maybe a little taller, but a tall, lanky guy. And Quinlan looked like shit. Quinlan can't win a fight unless he's on steroids, which I'm assuming he's not because he's been popped a bunch of times for it already. So I love Danny Barlow here. The line's moved a little bit. Trent's got it here. Danny Barlow minus 205, loaded up all day. He's not the Slimeball, but if you want to do a little a la mode, a little spritz on top, sure, throw him in there. I'm confident in this guy. Minus 205 is something I'll play all day. I might like him by finish. Quinlan's pretty durable, but again, Danny Barlow's got a great left hand, and he's a little wild enough, and he's willing to go for it. He's not like super technical. He's still a young guy. He's willing to fucking just throw that thing. So that's what I like him in this spot. Christian, who do you like? Another Contender Series guy who I thought looked pretty good in the Contender Series. Thoughts?
Yeah, this is the only fight I had it circled, and man, that breakdown was good because I was kind of, obviously if I didn't have it circled yet, I was in the middle. I did have that noted down, the reach disadvantage, and it's 7 inches, and I think he even had less against Trey Flowers, and he looked, he looked just terrible against Trey Flowers. Yeah, he's off the juice. I would think that's what it had to do with, and he just was not the same fighter. And again, he's been popped multiple times. I don't know if they're testing anymore. I think they got that VADA instead of USADA now, so maybe it's just voluntary testing. They decide if they want to.
They're still testing. There's like a guy who runs it, and he looks like Timbo kind of. Like he'll put a bullet in your fucking head if you fail a drug test. So I think the guys are a little on edge.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, you know what? In this one, I don't like to bet guys coming off of roids, even though Quinlan's from the same island my parents live at, so I would want to be a homer for him, but I just can't get over it. I'll take the guy with the big power, the good kicks, the sweetest nickname in this card. So
what's that? Can you drop it for us? What's his nickname?
It's Left Hand to God.
Woo! That's sweet. Speaking about Left Hand to God, Timbo, Capper to the God is what he's referred to as. What do you like in this spot, Ben?
You both nailed that. Hit all the points I was going to make. You know, Keen-Law is coming off the juice. Didn't look good off of it. Danny Barlow, 7-inch reach advantage. You know, minus 205. That's a perfect parlay piece in my opinion. So I'm riding with Barlow as well.
Hey, yeah, we're all in Danny Barlow. That makes me happy. Next up, this guy's name. I think it's kind of easy, right? Mingyang Zhang, right? Minus 118 versus. This was the pronunciation of the week on the Annika Florian, and I butchered it, right? His name is Bredshon Ribeiro. Bredshon. It's like 3 different syllables. He's making his UFC debut. He's minus 102. It's a pick'em fight. Both almost have the same exact record. Both guys like to bang it out. Ribeiro has been knocked out before, but he likes to stand up enough to get it to the ground. I don't trust that chin. I'm going to keep this sweet and simple and sweet. I'm going Zhang here. I think he's a polished striker. He's fought fucking nobody. I mean, his record that he's fought are nobodies. I think I'd have a better record than him if I fought the same guys he fought. But he's got some pop. I think Ribeiro's takedowns are weak. I think he's good on the ground. I think his stand-up's questionable, and he's been knocked out enough to give me load up on Zhang here. A good pick'em fight. I like playing pick'em fights. So give me Zhang. Timbo, what do you think, babe?
I will be likely fading a money line on this one. I saw the over 1.5 is plus 220, which is fucking nuts. I might play that under. You've got it's so hard to judge these these road to UFC fighters, like
right
again with the talent pool that they've been experienced to, but give me Zhang as well. You know, he's obviously got power. I think all of his wins have come by finishes, all of his losses as well. So I'll take Zhang here and hope for a KO.
I love it. Christian, what do you got, babe?
Phew, man, I got Yang circled for all the same reasons you guys just said, but I want to get this point. I think this is a very close fight, and if I have the opportunity to get one on the other side, I'll take it. But in terms of what if the people actually care what I have to say, then I do think
I care. I care what you have to say.
I care.
Yeah, I think Min Yang is. I think he's the better striker. I think he's gonna be able to take the heat. Ribeiro doesn't seem to like getting hit versus Yang, like all the rest of these Chinese guys. He just doesn't seem to mind getting smashed right in the face. So yeah, in terms of the pick'em, I do want to take Ribeiro, but I'll be betting Min Yang. Not heavily though, because I mean, I could see either of these guys getting knocked out early. So, or it could just be a slot fight and could go the distance. But
an old slot fest, huh?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. I like that breakdown. I think it's going to be a little sloppy, if I'm being honest with you. Sorry if I'm a little distracted here. Let me just finish what I'm doing, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Sorry, this is just a fucking disaster of a show, so I'm not being very professional. So I want to show you guys right now. I just ordered a new board. I can't. I'm not gonna wait for goddamn emails. I can't wait for it. Look, I ordered it right there. $519.
Is it from Sweetwater?
No, I was gonna go
No?
Sweetwater. It's from the direct company Rode.
I use a Rode mic.
Exactly. That's what this is, but this is like an upgraded version. I can't look at this thing. This is how sick in the head I am. The whole time we're breaking down fights with two of my favorite people, I just spent $520 because I couldn't get this out of my head. I'm a sick fucking man. We're gonna move forward. Sorry for the listeners. I'm trying to gain subs. People are just probably fucking this guy's nuts. Let's go to the next fight. Rinya Nakamura minus 1350. Absolutely insane. Fighting Carlos Vera plus 800. I'm sure get the tech issues figured out before you go live. That's a good, you know what, Luke Lopez, that's a good one. The tech issues don't happen till we go live. So come back with that one, smart guy. I like listen, this line is huge. Carlos Vera coming off the Ultimate Fighter did not look good. Nakamura, why am I mispronouncing his name, is a beast, right? This dude is a stud. His striking's coming a long way. He needs to be able to finish, though. That's what's going to put him over, is the finish. He dyes his hair crazy colors. He's finally a contender from Japan with legit wrestling. Go out there and finish. Carlos Vera is a good jiu-jitsu practitioner, decent off his back, but he can get stifled. Cardio, a bit of an issue. I can see why Nakamura is the biggest favorite on the card right now. I obviously like him in the spot. I'm not going crazy. I will play him by finish. I hope he gets him out of there because I think he needs it. When you're coming in at 1350, right, 13-1 favorite, you should get it. You should expect finishes or at least a 10-8 or something. Hopefully, he can deliver that. I'm a big fan of this guy. Christian, what do you think about Nakamura here, bub?
Yeah, I mean, the line here says it all. The fact that they're bringing in a 36-year-old journeyman regional guy to fight up-and-coming Japanese prospect. I mean, there's not – you don't have to read between the lines much here. Yeah, I think the only thing worth really focusing on is I took Rinya, I think, like everybody else, because the only way you could really bet him to finish last time against Fernie. He didn't do it, but Fernie has proven to be really fucking tough. So yeah, I don't think this guy even has what Fernie has in terms of being able to hang in there. I'm going to play Rinya via sub. I think that's still like plus nice. Like 250, 300. Vera, if he even tries to do anything offensive, I think he's going to get swallowed up. So obviously Rinya, but I think my play is going to be via sub.
Love it. Timbo, what do you got, bub?
Nakamura for the pick,
nice.
Obviously. But yeah, we over 1.5. I think was minus 135. I kind of dig that. I like that line there.
I like
there's obviously been some issues with finishes, so I think I might play that. I think there's some value there, or maybe fight to start round 2 or something. Throw that in the parlay, but yeah, Nakamura for the pick.
Love it. All right, next up, we got the big boys. This is Christian's territory. This is middling heavyweights that Christian just seems to get right. So we got Marcos Rodrigo de Lima, Peizao, minus 142 versus Justin Tafa, or plus 120. Tafa, which I said this in Anarchy Florian, so I don't sound like a broken record, but seems like, I looked him up. He's 100% takedown defense, which I thought was crazy. He's fought some guys that probably would want to take him down, but when you get close, he gets absolutely he starches people with that fucking right hand, which is crazy. De Lima, I think, path to victory is to get the fight to the ground, get on top, be that heavy, big body, beat him up a little bit. You got to be careful when you get in close. De Lima coming off that really quick ugly knockout by Derek Lewis, but Derek Lewis knocks everyone out. Got caught with a knee, stood up to the knee for a while, and then just kept getting swarmed by punches. When you got the Black Beast coming down on you like that, I don't know if anybody's going to survive that. I like De Lima here. I'm not super confident in it. I like him by maybe TKO second or third. I think Tafa cardio is a problem. I think that 100% takedown offense is going to get tested. And I like De Lima here. I think De Lima can get this done. I see a lot of people loving De Lima, which I can't ever love a heavyweight fight. I just can't do it. But give me De Lima. Timbo, I'm curious to what you think. We'll save the expert for the end. What do you think about the big boys?
2 average heavyweights. You got to go with the dog here, man. De Lima's coming off getting his mouth shifted or his teeth broken by
That's true.
Derek Lewis's flying knee.
His shit got fucked up.
Hard to anticipate that coming. Hard to anticipate a flying knee from Derek Lewis coming out the gate. But either way, he may be shaking up from that. Tafa's obviously got dynamite in his hands, no cardio. But I mean, if he lands that big one, he can put De Lima out. So I'm gonna ride with that at the dog money. Give me Tafa here.
Love it. Christian, your wheelhouse. The whole world's listening to what you had to say here. No pressure. No pressure.
They should be listening to me over that press conference because it'd probably be more entertaining. Yeah. You probably learned something too. So Tafa has the easiest strength of schedule in the entire UFC history. Anybody would probably have 100% takedown defense if they had fought Jorgen De Castro, Juan Adams, Carlos Felipe, Jared Vander, Harry Hunsucker, Parker Porter, and Austin Lane. None of those guys are in the UFC anymore. I don't know if Austin Lane is, but he won't be after his next fight or two. So literally nobody he's fought is not even in the UFC. That's terrible. That is it's like that. I can't think of a worse strength of schedule. And he hasn't even looked good doing it. Jorgen De Castro knocked him out. At least De Lima, he's got good leg kicks. He's big. He's powerful. If it gets to the grappling, he's going to have the advantage. And I think finally somebody will take Tafa down. I just think the way you could look at this fight is I'll take the guy with 2 ways to win versus the guy with only 1 way to win. And in fact, De Lima really has 3 because he could probably win a decision too in lots of different ways. So I just think the only way Tafa can do it is an early knockout. And this isn't Harry Hunsucker. I mean, I know people that knock out Harry Hunsucker. I believe they're on this show right now. So.
No knockout happened. I'm a safe training partner. No knockout happened. Was there a 10-7? Did someone not finish the session? Yes, but no knockout.
So I hate betting a minus 150. What did Trent say it was? Yeah, minus 148. So yeah. I hate betting it, but I'm really confident he's going to win. So I'll probably. I don't know if I'll bet it straight. I'll probably add it into like a 3-leg parlay somewhere and try and get a little more out of it.
Yeah, a little more juice out of it. I like it. All right, next up. Not the main card yet. Amanda Lemos, minus 130 versus Mackenzie Dern. Old sweet Mackenzie, plus 110. I think everyone with a penis, everyone with a vagina can say Mackenzie Dern is a pretty sweet piece of ace. Am I right, boys? Fantastic fighter, and she's kind of, she's one-dimensional. Where's the wrestling? We need the wrestling. She fired Perillo, although there's reports that she worked with Perillo again. Her new boyfriend's her striking coach. Every time I see video of her, she's like training in her garage. Where's your wrestling at? Who you do? She went on the press conference the media scrum earlier today and said, I need to fight like Khabib. Yeah, you do. Her takedowns just aren't there. Wrestling is so hard to get going, so hard to be good at. And it's just not there. She's coming off that horrible loss by Andrade, where her stand-up looked career worst. She's a tough girl, but when you take sledgehammers by Andrade, sorry, right? Didn't sniff a takedown, was trying to pull guard. It was a bad look, and that wasn't that long ago. She's taking this fight on relatively short notice because Tatiana Suarez is out. I love Lemos here. I think it's Lemos all day. Lemos is an absolute beast. Takedowns, obviously anything can happen in MMA. Mackenzie Dern can jump on a leg, jump on anything. But I like Lemos big here, probably by knockout. I think she's patient. I think she's faster than Andrade. You just got to obviously have the same mentality as I ain't going to the fucking ground. I'm not falling for the trap. I ain't falling you to guard because you're too dangerous. Piece her up on the feet. I think we can get a finish. Minus 130 is a low enough number for me to love it. Give me Amanda Lemos. And since I don't have my soundboard, I got to do it myself. But this is a Slime Forever candidate number 1, baby. So let's go.
Slime Forever.
Slime Forever. Timbo, what do you think about this fight, babe?
Man, we get Vegas blesses us again with a Mackenzie Dern favorable line here. I had one of my best bets in oh crap, Andrade by knockout a couple months ago now.
It was great. That was a great number. I think
Dern.
we both played it. Great number.
Yeah. Lemos can crack too, man. Like Mackenzie Dern's not getting a step down here in competition. Maybe a little bit, but Lemos is pretty fucking good too. I'm with you, man. I'm all over Lemos. I love this line. Sure, I'm kind of interested to see what it does between now and Saturday, but yeah, I'm all over Lemos minus 135. It's fucking beautiful.
Love it. Christian, you gonna disagree with this here or what, man?
Hell no. I love what you guys are saying. I don't understand this line. That's like my first note in here.
Yeah.
I looked at it. I thought it was going to be minus 250.
Right.
Lemos was like a minus 200 favorite to Andrade. And they're very, very similar fighters. So I don't get it. Dern is still terrible at takedowns. She's still hittable. Lemos has got the most power in the division probably. I mean, before Wiley, she had been really good at stopping takedowns, and I mean, Wiley actually knows how to complete a takedown. So I don't get it. I'm like, this is definitely good. This is Slimeball territory. But lock them up, mortal lock territory. I am like you guys. I love this. Like Timbo said, I can't. This line is a gift in my mind. Maybe we'll all look like fools, but I doubt it.
Yeah, and the thing, I think Lemos is coming in a little light compared to what we think, and I don't want to disagree with Vegas. You keep low, hopefully money comes in on Mackenzie Dern, but she didn't look great against Zhang Weili. Weili Zhang just destroyed her. But people don't realize how good Weili is. Weili is head and shoulders above a lot of women in that division, and she went out and grapple fucked Lemos. Which a lot of people didn't see happening. She's constantly getting better. So you can't compare a bad championship loss to a fight with Mackenzie Dern. But listen, give us that low number. I'll take it all fucking day. All right, next up, Anthony Hernandez, Fluffy. Minus 205 versus Roman Kopylov, plus 170. I see a lot of people loving the dog here. I am a Roman Kopylov believer. I've been a believer since he debuted in the UFC. Went 0-2, got laughed at. Now he's on a 4-fight finish streak, and now I'm back on top of the mountain. However, styles make fights, babe, right? And Fluffy Hernandez is grimy, right? He's been hurt to the body. Roman Kopylov's got great kicks to the body, but he pushes a pace. He's not just a guy that looks for takedowns. He sets it up with hands, then goes for a takedown. He has a good double leg. He has a good single leg. Great guillotine if he ends up needing to transition to a guillotine. The guy's nasty. He truly is. Doesn't fight all the time, which worries me a little bit, because sometimes when you get in there against a guy like Kopylov, who's going to be looking for the takedown, who is fighting actively, he has timing for days, and good timing is what you need on a knee to the body or a kick to the body to shut your fucking lights out. Trust me, getting hit to the body sucks. But with that being said, I just think Fluffy is that good. I really do. I think he's good at what he does. I understand the love on Kopylov. That's a great fucking number. Playing by knockout early. This is my green hammer, by the way. And I don't have my green hammer because my kids took it out. The over 1.5. They set this at 1.5, which I thought if Fluffy wins, it's going to be a push to the finish, push to the third round. Kopylov wins, it's going to be early. So I'm kind of hedging my bets that Fluffy will win. He'll win when extended. Over 1.5, minus 175. Not as juicy, not as great, but I got a great feeling in my nuts about it. Right here, that's a dick on the table bet. Yeah, give me Fluffy Hernandez. Christian, you got this face, man. What's up, man? Am I wrong? Am I wrong here? What's up, man?
I believe that we had a pretty big bet on Josh Fremd and Fluffy.
Yeah?
And yeah. I think that's what it was. Oh, yeah, you always pay.
Okay, all right. Just make sure I paid up.
I'm just surprised to hear you come around on my guy Fluffy, because he used to be a pretty big hater.
Here's what it is, right? And I was a hater because he got bodied by Kevin Holland. I faded him a lot. Chris Curtis was signed to fight him. And Chris and I had conversations, and I said, Chris, this is a bad matchup for you. And Chris is like, really? Start watching film and tell me what's a bad matchup. I think it's a good matchup. And I start watching film. I go, this is a fucking terrible matchup for you, dude. Then the fight went away, and I got an appreciation for Fluffy because I'm like, this dude's a gamer. He really is. And he's tough to get off, and again, his stand-up's not terrible. He's got a little pop. Yeah, I'm excited to see this fight, but go ahead with your breakdown.
Yeah, I love the fight too. I kind of hate it only because I've been betting both of these guys since Hernandez beat Hidalgo. I was on the Hidalgo side there, so I can't take any credit for that. But I think my mom did pick Fluffy, so shout out to her. But yeah, that made me take notice. And Hernandez, yeah, this chain wrestling thing. I mean, he's like a bigger version of Marab with that. This rare nonstop cardio. Just that's the next fight too. So it's a grappler's delight for these 30 minutes or so. Or probably won't be all 30 minutes, but yeah, Brian, you broke it down perfectly. Fluffy can be weak to the body. I think he's been finished twice like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you highlighted all of his upside, all of Kopilov's upsides. This is an ABC fight. Always bet cardio. I think Kopilov's almost certainly going to gas as the fight goes on. He's looked great when he keeps it at range, but I don't see anybody keeping fights at range against Fluffy. So It's going to get grimy, and I think we'll see a Fluffy sub as he tires him out. But I still am super excited for the fight. I think both these guys are good.
It's good scrap. Real good scrap. This is a good card. Timbo, what do you got, bub?
Well said, boys. Brian hit us with the old bait and switch on Kopylov, sucking him off at the beginning and then telling us he's betting Fluffy. But I don't know. I think it's a easy game plan, easy blueprint for Fluffy. If you just stick with the takedown, stick with what you're good at. Get inside and get him up against the cage, grind him out like you mentioned. I love Fluffy here as well, so I'm riding that.
So I started to do the bait and switch. That's a Ken Flo trick. That's what Kenny Flooring does. The first kind of real like DMs and messages I got before the Anakin Florian, things were still taking off. I used to highlight a fighter. I highlighted Kopylov, and he lost to Carl Robinson by choke, and then he lost again. And I kept getting DM'd by one or two guys saying the same thing. You don't know shit. Kopylov stinks. So I got a thorn in my paw from it because he's routed off 4 dubs and he's looked pretty good. But this is a good, like I said, matchup fight. I think Hernandez has the tools to win. I just want to see him a little more. 185 is kind of wide open. I'd like to see him fight a little more consistently because I think this fight was supposed to happen. I know he originally pulled out of the Chris Curtis fight, and then Chris got a new opponent, and then Chris pulled out of that fight. But yeah, I would like to see him fight a little more. All right, meat of the card. Merab Dvalishvili, minus 198. I think he's gone up. Versus Henry Cejudo, plus 164. Cejudo, captain of cringe, baby. Fired his coach on the countdown show. Said it was fake. Really weird shit going on from this guy. And when I did the Anakin Florian earlier this week, I was so confident in my picks. I don't like being so like thinking I'm 100% right. I like having a little doubt and really trying to figure it out. I'm so confident in the remaining of these fights of who's going to win. I feel like I already know. Marab's one of those guys. I think he fucking dominates this fight. I think Cejudo taking time off was the worst thing he did in his career. He looked a little awkward against Aljo. Aljo's an awkward guy, but he didn't look clean, didn't look great. He doesn't have big one-punch power to slow Merab down. I think Merab just outpaces him here. I can see it being kind of a dry fight, a Merab-style fight. I don't see a finish. The over's probably super-duper perfect money, even if it's chalk as shit. I like Merab by decision in this fight. I think he's going to dominate everything, and I think Cejudo's going to retire in the cage like he says he's going to do. So Trent's got the updated lines. Yeah, Merab is minus 225. And again, this is Slime Forever. Another Slimeball candidate, number 2. Merab Dvalishvili. Very, very confident in this guy. Timbo, what do you like?
I mean, Marab's got, a solid game plan of just chain wrestling, like we mentioned earlier with Fluffy.
Mm-hmm.
Do we really think he's going to dominate Henry Cejudo?
I do.
In wrestling like that? Like that?
I do. I don't think he's going to get many takedowns, but I think Henry's not going to know how to get him off him. He's going to stall him, and Henry's just not going to do anything. That's how I feel the fight going.
Yeah. I doubted Bob against Peter Yan, and it was the biggest mistake of my life. And retrospectively, it was fucking so stupid to do. And I promised myself I would not fucking fade Merab again. I mean, this dude's fucking a machine. Obviously, by his nickname, he's fucking legit. I'm certain he's younger than Cejudo. Cejudo's got a lot of nuances with taking time off and just being overall dedicated to the sport. Are you there? Are you not? Yeah, give me Merab as well. I don't think it'll be that easy, though. But give me Merab.
Yeah, you're smart to have a little apprehension to think it's easy. I'm dumb thinking Merab's going to walk through him 30-27 easy. I don't know why I think that. Cejudo, listen, his wins though, if you look at his wins, they're not aging well. And you could probably do that with anybody, but his most recent wins become double champ. They're not aging great. He's not fought a guy like Merab, so we'll see. We'll see if he still got it. Christian, what do you got, bub?
Timbo, that's a little lukewarm. I'm going to give you a C grade on that breakdown. Brian, A plus grade. You said everything perfectly. Cejudo did give away the peak of his prime to retire for more money, and nobody wanted him. Nobody even cared if he retired.
Yeah.
That division moved on. Dana said, "Okay, sounds good. We'll throw your retirement party." Man, that was like really the only notes I had on Cejudo, because I do think Merab just chain wrestles him. This isn't the Olympic wrestling where they're going to blow the whistle and you stand back up after your shoulders hit the ground. He's going to get up, push him back down, get up, push him back down. He's going to do with those entries. He's going to be so much faster. I mean, and he does. At least he does throw punches on those entries. Yeah. The only time Merab ever even looked like kind of human was against Marlon Moraes, and Cejudo brings nothing like that. Moraes, for all of his 7 knockout losses in a row, was still like borderline knocking almost everybody else in those fights too. So I think Cejudo's no threat. I think he's going to spend the entire time on his back because he doesn't have his wrestling shoes. No ref is there to pick him back up. I'm looking forward to him retiring again because I don't want to see his stupid, unfunny videos that somehow show up on my Twitter feed. It's like, I can't stand the guy. His cringe bothers me. So Merab wins almost every minute of every fight. He's going to win almost every minute of this fight, and it's only 15 minutes, so it'll probably go even faster. But mortal lock.
Yeah, that's how I think too. I mean, Cejudo just, he's running his own training camp. I know he has a coach. He's a great coach. I think he should transition to coaching. I just think a guy like Merab is going to be too much everywhere. And Merab's not the cleanest striker. He doesn't have the biggest power. He just overwhelms you with every aspect of what he does. And if Cejudo had any sense of danger, he has no submissions. He has no chokes. He has no guillotines. He does have power, but it's when he's moving forward when he has the power. He doesn't have back foot power. So give me, we're all on Merab. I love it. He's my mortal lock too if I can get him, for sure. Next up, Jeff Neal, plus 198 versus Ian Machado Gary, minus 230. Gary gets a lot of heat. I like Gary. I don't care about the personal stuff. He's a cuck. I didn't like that he threatened to sue Sean Strickland. I thought that was soft as shit. You're in the fight game. You're printing T-shirts of a guy's mugshot on it, and then one guy makes a comment about you, and you say you're going to sue him. That's soft as baby shit right there. I don't like that, but I do like his skills. And this is going to be a good fight. This is going to be the hairy fight. This is my third leg of the parlay. This is Slime Forever, leg 3. I got Gary. And this is the one where I'm going to be clenching my ass cheeks because Gary has been put down before. Is hittable. And if Jeff Neal shows up on point, not the Jeff Neal that fought Neil Magny, the Jeff Neal that went in there and fought Shavkat Rakhmonov, even though he lost, there's no fucking way Ian Gary is taking those shots that Rakhmonov did. No way. But Jeff Neal's a great number on the dog. You guys know I've been a believer in Ian Gary since day one. I'm going to continue to believe in Ian Gary. I think his distance, I think his range is going to play a factor here. I think Jeff Neal's going to have to really try to come outside himself and really take some chances. With those chances, I think he could get hurt. Jeff Neal's solid dude. He's been put down a few times, but never been knocked out. I like Ian Gary here. I'm not going to talk myself out of it, but I do like a Jeff Neal possibility by KO. If you want to go opposite, you want to hedge the slime ball, go Jeff Neal KO, Jeff Neal, whatever you got. That's a good play there. Christian, welterweights. You don't like Ian Gary. What do we got?
Yeah, I don't like Ian Gary at all, but this is way before all the cuck stuff. I couldn't like him. I remember, I'll still never forget that big old cold sore in his debut win. He was all cocky, talking about golfing the day of. I just couldn't stand his smug personality. And I couldn't really stand him as a fighter, but as time's gone on, I'm like, dang, this guy is pretty fucking good. His striking at range is, it's elite. It's definitely one of the best in the division. He hasn't really fought anybody, though. I'm not going to give – D-Rod's good, I guess. And Maggie's good, frankly. So maybe he has fought some people. I'm just not a believer that he is going to have it at the highest level. I don't think his height is going to mean shit in this fight because
Yeah.
I picked like Gabe Green to beat Ian Gary. So if I'm going to do that, I'm sure as hell better stick with it, and I better be picking Jeff Neal to beat him. So
stay committed, babe.
I get all your points, but it's a lot. This is half because I could see Jeff Neal winning, and I could see him knocking Ian Gary out because Ian Gary is so hittable. But I also don't like him, so give me Jeff Neal.
There you go. I love that breakdown because listen, if I wasn't a day one believer in Ian Gary, I'd be taking a long look at Jeff Neal here. But Jeff Neal just sometimes doesn't show up, man. He just doesn't, right? And I just want to say for the record, Jeff Neal had pneumonia and almost died. I had pneumonia and was at the hospital the next day. No big deal. Timbo, what do you got?
I think he had sepsis.
Yeah, because he's a little wuss, okay? That sepsis didn't get me, you know what I mean? Go ahead, Timbo.
I got to side with CC here, man.
Okay.
I hate to go against the Slimeball, man, but
it's fine. I get it.
You look at Jeff Neal, and you look at who has, more of an opportunity here. I feel like if Ian Gary wins here, he's not in the title picture. This would be such a huge win for Jeff Neal, who already has an established resume. We're talking maybe another fight, another win for him, and he's looking at a potential title fight.
Sure.
Ian Gary really looked that good in his performances in the UFC. The D-Rod fight, okay, nice head kick, you landed it. I know there was some questionable decisions in there against guys who are likely not in the UFC anymore. Jeff Neal's proven that this motherfucker belongs and has beat some of the best in the division. So yeah, I'm riding with Jeff Neal here. Love the line. I wish it was a little bit more inflated just because of the Ian Gary hype train. But I'm rocking with Jeff Neal here as well.
Yeah, I don't hate any of those picks. Like I said, I mean, if I get my first two legs, I'm not gonna sit here and tell the public I ain't fucking hedging on Jeff Neal because your boy needs a dub. I'll probably hedge on Jeff Neal. This is a scrap. This is a good fight. I just do think Ian Gary is very good, and I think he's had some decent performances in there. I think he's shown some vulnerabilities as well, but he's overcome those. And training in Brazil. He's training with Charles Oliveira. Those fucking guys are wild down there, man. They train different. So I want to kind of see what kind of version he is. If he's a shop-worn, I sparred too much for this camp, you shouldn't be fighting fucking Jeff Neal. So we'll see. It's all a learning experience, but I do like Ian Gary's skills, despite the fact that outside he's a little bit kind of a pussy at times. All right, co-main event. Robert Whittaker, minus 225 versus Paulo Costa, plus 185. Listen, another strong lean from your boy. I'm all over Costa in this spot at the underdog money. Robert Whittaker quit against DDP. He wasn't ready for that kind of fight. He wasn't ready for the Yoel Romero type performance. He was ready to go in there and beat a guy he thought was overrated. He looks in phenomenal shape. He knows Costa, who doesn't have a fucking relevant win in the UFC, but the dude marches forward and throws hands. And Whittaker's been in a lot of wars, is a little shot-worn. Chin could be an issue here. I like Costa. I'm rolling with the plus 185. He's actually plus 205 now thanks to Trindade. So money is coming on Robert Whittaker. I like him by plus 205. I like him by knockout as well. I'm not a Paulo Costa guy. I'm not. I don't like the guy. I think he's fucking delusional. I think he wins this fight. Win or lose, he's calling for a title shot like he fucking deserves it. It's bonkers to me. But matchup for matchup, I don't think Robert Whittaker is the same guy he was taking on those wars with Yoel Romero. And Paulo Costa is built like Yoel Romero. He's a fucking tank that's coming forward. And I think he's going to get it done here. Timbo, what do you think? Am I wrong, babe?
You're wrong, my man.
Oh.
I don't like the disrespect on Bobby Knuckles. I don't like the disrespect on Bobby Knuckles whatsoever. You got to think this dude has been world-class, like, training, technique, you name it. He was a fucking awesome champion before Izzy came in and ruined that reign there. And he's coming off a huge loss where he was a massive favorite.
Yeah.
And this dude's about to come back and show the world that he's still that fucking dude against Paulo Costa, who half the time I don't even think he takes his shit seriously. Not that he's not talented, not that he's not fucking built like a god, but I just think Whitaker's he's hungry for this one. I think he's going to get the win here. I think he'd get to take Costa down, and I kind of see that being I can guarantee Whitaker by decision is probably a favorite, but that's what I'm rolling with. Whitaker decision. I'll take that.
Nice. Yeah, I might be the minority with the Costa take. I just, man, I don't know. Every time Robert Whitaker leaves the cage, he has another kid. He's got like 6. I think his wife's pregnant again. You know what I mean? He's got a lot on his plate. He's also a video game guy. You know what I mean? A lot of time behind the keyboard. Not a lot of time getting tough. I do like Robert Whitaker. Funny enough, I don't know if I should be saying this on air. You boys know I got the inside sources at the UFC. No big deal, little flex. Know quite a few people. I heard Robert Whitaker isn't the sweetest guy that everyone thinks he is.
Is that right?
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Seems like a nice guy. I've heard some things by multiple people. Maybe not.
Well, he's Australian, so he's like, he's
so right. So
rude.
Right. So
Australian.
he calls everyone cunt, right? So everyone's like, oh, what the fuck? And he goes, what, mate? That's what I say. You might be right. All right, Christian, what we got here, bub?
We got some classic Brian capping right here. This is like, he's like, Robert Whitaker's not very nice. Last week, he heard that Brad Tavares was one of the nicest guys at the gym, and he was really friendly with everybody, and he has good sparring sessions with them. And so he picked him. That was his reasoning. Not that RoboCop was most likely going to knock him out because he's bigger, stronger.
RoboCop has zero fucking chin. Fuck RoboCop, okay? Little steroid gut and everything, whatever. I'll go Brad Tavares all day, every day, whatever. It was a bad pick. Fuck off.
All right, well, so that's why you didn't pick Whitaker, though, because you heard somebody
No.
he's not very
That
nice.
was after the breakdown.
I'm going to get after you more on this, too, actually. I got more beef with things. You're talking, Whitaker's not looking as good. He's slowed down.
Yeah.
He lost his last fight.
Yeah.
Paulo Costa looked like a joke against Luke Rockhold.
Did he win?
Pathetic performance. Yeah, he won.
Did he win? He won. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But oh my, could you imagine what Robert Whitaker would have done to Luke Rockhold in that fight?
What Robert Whitaker? The one that's getting dropped by fucking Darren Till? The last time Darren Till looked good? That Robert Whitaker? Yeah, he's probably going to struggle with Luke Rockhold.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. All right. Dang it.
Gotcha.
All right, so I did see Costa does look to be in good shape for this. I don't know how much that's going to matter. I mean, he's like a heavy bag. That dude gets hit like more than Gaethje does. Yeah. These are bigger guys hitting him. I think Whitaker's honestly just going to I think he's going to throw tons of kicks at him. I think Costa's just going to eat him. That's going to slow him down early. Was it Cannonier's whose arm he broke with one of those kicks?
Yeah,
I kind of see something similar happening there. Whitaker just comes out violent. I do think, like Timbo said, he is going to he's probably that loss stings because he lost in pretty embarrassing fashion. I mean, Costa won in embarrassing fashion also, but they both slowed down a lot. I still think Costa's been even less impressive in his fights lately. So give me Whitaker to just beat on Costa for not a high action decision, but just he's going to beat him up pretty good, I think.
I want to make it clear that I don't want Costa to win. He'll be insufferable if he wins, right? He'll demand more money. His next fight, he'll come in at heavyweight and say, hey, we're fighting heavyweight, like he did with Vettori. The guy's insufferable. I will say that. And I just have a feeling that, Costa's ready to be a Terminator in there and fuck up Whitaker, who I don't think can take it anymore. All right, main event. Alexander Volkanovski -120 versus Ilia Topuria +100. Such a good fucking fight. I know we have UFC 300 around the corner. UFC Miami, the next pay-per-view is I love Volk in this spot as well. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Toporia's confidence is overwhelming me. Is it too much? Is it not enough? Like the guy's already calling the champ. There's a superstition with a lot of people. You don't touch a trophy, you don't touch a belt until you win it. It's a bad luck. He's taking fucking pictures with the belt. He's posing with the belt. This guy doesn't give a fuck, right? And you're getting Volkanovski off a really bad performance where he was out of shape, coming off surgery, drinking every day against one of the best pound for pound, a weight division up. It was an ugly performance. He got knocked out, yes, but this is his weight class. This is 145. He is one of the smartest technical fighters there is. He switches stances better than anybody. He switches stances better than Izzy. His stance switches are unbelievable. His wrestling's very good as well. He used that against Yair. I think Yair's a more dangerous fighter on the feet than Topuria is. Topuria's got phenomenal boxing. He touches the body very well. He is hittable, though. He gets cracked. Head kicks are a problem. He got dropped by Jai Herbert. He got dropped before the UFC with the head kick. He is there. Josh Emmett hit him a few times. He showed up to Josh Emmett, but Josh Emmett stood in front of him. Fucking Alexander Volkanovski's not standing in front of Leo Topuria. His footwork's too good. Everything's too good. You're getting a low number on Volkanovski. I love that. I like Volkanovski here, maybe by like a 4th or 5th round finish, but I don't love that much, but I'm kind of leaning towards it. But you're probably best playing the money line since it's so low at minus 120, minus 125, so it's come up a little bit. But listen, I like Topuria. I said in the Annika Foreign, I'll say it here. This is not his only title fight. Win, lose, or draw. This dude's fighting for the title again, guarantee it. He's that good. But I think Volkanovski right now is he's got a lot of confidence and put in a really good camp. He looks phenomenal, and I can't wait for this fight. Timbo.
Oh man, this is one of them times where I'll bet Topuria and be happy if he loses because I just want Volk to win so bad. I fucking love this guy. I think he's awesome. I think just his character and just the way he represents himself. You know, I think it was obviously retrospect. It was a mistake to fight Islam on that short of notice. This isn't on short notice. He's got time to prepare. We've seen what Duke can do. The age, you know. It's not like he's up there like that, but I mean, when that cliff hits, man, it hits hard. BJ Penn used to be a bad motherfucker, and then that edge that he hit that cliff, and you know it was ugly. But I don't think Volk's quite there yet. Yeah, I'm rocking with Volk here.
Nice.
I just think he's too good all around, you know, and I think this value, there's value on this line that we're getting him at. So give me Volk here.
Love it. And all the compliments I gave to Volk, I didn't mean to downplay Topuria. I think Topuria is a legit dude. I think he could win this fight for sure. I think it'll be a fun fight. I didn't mean to think Volk's going to dominate. I think he's going to bring the best out of Volkanovski, which I'm excited to see because I think he might be the best fighter in the UFC. So we'll see. I don't know if Christian's frozen or if he's just really looking down. Just what is the guy?
You locked in?
You locked in? You asleep? What is Gardner Minshew doing here? I think he might be frozen. More technical difficulties here. Let's see. We'll see what he does. I think he'll probably take Volk or he'll be an asshole and take. Oh, here we go. He'll call back in. I think my prediction will he'll take Volk. Or he could be just contrarian and take Topuria. I don't know. He likes Topuria. We'll see.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Topuria in his fight against Emmett. I mean, granted, he beat the dog shit out of Emmett for a good 3 rounds, but then he started to slow down there at the end.
There he is. Yes, he did, and he slowed down in his UFC debut too. Cardio could be a problem here. I know he's ready, but it could be a problem. Christian, can you hear us? Are you good? I don't think you can hear. This is a disaster. Damn, man. This is a fucking disaster. Sheesh. We might have to go. Yeah, let's see if we can get him. This app I'm using just sucks, dude. Chris, you hear us?
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know what happened.
Okay. All right. We both picked. You know, we both picked Volk. Who do you got?
I picked Volk.
We didn't hear any of that. So you want to break it down?
Yeah. I was like, do you want me to?
Yeah.
Yeah. So for Topuria, this is a massive step up. This is nothing. Like
Oh no.
You know, I've listened to some others speak. They're like, well, this I think what's going to happen here, and another thing is also like the way Topuria fights. It's like ferocious. He's like an actual pit bull in there. People like use the pit bull nickname. That's just a bunch of worst Brazilian fighters. Topuria is like just that is. It takes us so much energy to fight it the way that he does. And I think if he does that against Volk, he's going to be almost getting rope-a-doped because Volk is going to be able to keep a much higher pace for much longer. I think he's going to be able to control a lot of the exchanges, the striking and the grappling exchanges. And I think because he's the one dictating that, I think that is really going to run. It's going to get to Topuria's gas tank. I definitely see him running away at the later rounds, but I can see him winning the early rounds too. I think Topuria will be super dangerous early, but I think that aggression might get him in trouble. Volk's he's just an expert in every part of the game. I put no stock into that last fight. There's all the, everybody knows everything about the whatever is going on in his head and whatnot. I see him pouring on late like he always does. He's a great round winner like Merab is. I could see it being close as a 48-47, but I'm almost sure that he'll take over late. I don't even think it's if he survives. I think he'll be fine early. It may be Topuria's day soon, but was it tomorrow or the next day? It's just not it. So
there you go.
Yeah, that's it.
We're all on Volk. All right, before we get to locks, let me give a recap of my Green Hammer. Hernandez, Kopilov, over 1.5, minus 175. Slimeball parlay is Ian Machado Gary, Merab Dwalishvili, and Amanda Lemos. And that comes out to plus 270. I placed this bet the other day. Might change on your book, but right now it's plus 270. Decent little Slimeball parlay. And again, we get to Gary. I recommend hedging because Jeff Neal's no joke. All right, let's get to the locks. I am the champion, so I get to go first. That's a first. That's your first for your boy. You know what I'm going to do? Just because I'm a fucking wild man and because you guys laughed at my breakdown with Robert Whitaker, give me dog lock Paulo Costa. Fuck the world. Timbo, dog lock, baby. You got?
You say me? Is it my turn?
Yeah, your turn, babe.
All right. Dog lock. Give me. I ain't got many.
You got Jeff Neal. You got Justin Taffa.
Give me Jeff Neal, man.
Jeff Neal.
Give me Jeff Neal.
Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Christian, dog lock.
It's pretty lame, but I'm going to take Angela Lee.
That's the fucking lamest pick ever, dude.
Isn't it so lame?
God, I don't even feel like writing it down. It's just, God, pathetic. All right, Timbo, you get Mortal or Send Him Home. Which one you want, bud?
Give me Send Him Home and give me our boy Left Hand of God, Danny Barlow. I think I fucked that up. Give me Danny Barlow.
He stole mine. That was mine. Christian, Send Him Home, babe.
I'm going to go with Ming Yang.
Okay. All right. Another really just lame-ass pick, dude. Your picks you're going to win because they're just so boring.
I know. Everybody's like, who cares?
God. All right. My Send Them Home. Ooh. I have a few that I like. I'm going to go with... he took... give me... You know what? Give me Amanda Lemos. Send him home. Amanda Lemos, send him home. I like her. She was giving me my Mortal. I'm not going to save her for my Mortal. Send him home. Christian, Mortal lock, bub. Who do you like?
Man, I love Hernandez, Lemos, and Merab. That's going to be my the grease ball, which I don't do anymore. But I'm 100% betting that. I love that. But I'm going to go with Merab as mine.
Merab. That's a good pick. That was going to be mine.
And
Timbo, Mortal lock.
You should tell the chat to put their locks in the.
That's good. That's good.
I want to see them.
I'm still so fucking distracted. Like, I don't even know what planet I'm on right now. My anger level is a 10. My blood pressure is going to explode this fucking house. So I'm sorry if I'm a little curt, but that's a great idea. Christian's an idea, man. Chat, throw your locks in. When we get this ironed out and I get a fucking real live setup, we owe it to the chat. Timbo, Mortal Lock, babe. Who you got?
I think a bitch play would be Bobby Nux here, but I want to live on the wild side a little bit. I'm gonna go with my girl from the 7-5, Maverick.
Wow. So we got dog versus mortal in the first. So I have
first fight of the night.
First fight of the night. It's really exciting because we got some fucking action here. All right, my lock of the night. I have a few I like. I got one taken. I took the other one. I could go Fluffy. I'm gonna go Volkanovski. I just think he's too good right now. Even at 35, I think he's too much. All right, boys. Listen, chat. Sincerely, I'm sorry about the fucking technical difficulties. There's gonna be new audio version of this. If you're pissed off about it, imagine that times 100 for me. I'm a little bit of an OCD perfectionist, so I apologize for that. Thank you to both you guys for showing up. I know you guys are busy. You got families, jobs, everything. It means the world to me that we get to kick it and talk fights. I love doing this. And let's have a week. Let's have a weekend, boys. We'll be in the chat. Let's have a weekend, all right?
Let's get it.
All right. Love you, boys. See you, everybody.